Sports on CBC, presented by Du Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Fairburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, APAR, and by BioSteel.
The Seneca and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island.
Welcome to U Sports on CBC and the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship. My name is Desmond Thomas, live at Varsity Stadium in Toronto, Ontario, as we get set to bring you today's matchup between the 6th-seeded and OUA runners-up York Lions and the 3rd-seed AUS champion Dalhousie Tigers. So the York University Lions coming off of a disappointing and heated 2-0 loss at the hands of the Toronto Varsity Blues in the OUA finals last Saturday in a game that saw 10 cards handed out by the official and 7 to York. But despite the loss, they've earned the right to compete on the biggest stage there is for university soccer in Canada and will look to improve upon their bronze medal finish from last year's tournament. And the Dalhousie Tigers, 30 years separated from their historic U Sports gold medal win in 1995, come into this tournament as one of its hottest teams, riding a 6-game win streak that dates back to Friday, October the 17th, and in that time have only lost 1 game out of their last 11 played. The Tigers had an eventful and thrilling AUS playoff campaign, playing 240 minutes of soccer in only 2 playoff matches, both of course going to extra time. And in the final, broke the hearts of the CBU Capers, coming back from 2 goals down to win the game 3-2, their first AUS championship win since 2008. And as we take a look here at number 10 for the York Lions, Christian Zipiri, the captain of the Lions squad, 3-time OUA West MVP, the first player since 2002 to win the MVP in 3 consecutive seasons. Also, a 2025 OUA West First Team All-Star.
Number 6, Woody Bain. Number 7, Kyle Rutledge.
And on the other side, also the number 10, Mohamed Wadden of the Dal Tigers. Perhaps one of the hottest players coming into this tournament today. He equaled his regular season goal-scoring output of 4 goals in 12 games, with 4 goals in the 2 games he played in the AUS playoffs. He had a goal against St. FX in the semifinal and a hat-trick against CBU in Dalhousie's stunning comeback in the AUS finals. So when we come back, it's the opening kickoff as the York Lions face off against the Dalhousie Tigers in this quarterfinal match. You're watching the Men's Soccer Championship live from Toronto on U Sports on CBC.
Stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
dès l'année, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre Avon canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine. Parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to Toronto and Varsity Stadium on U Sports and CBC. And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the York Lions coming in as the 6th seed. It will be the goaltender, Michael William, to start for the York Lions. Number 3, Gianluca Condello. Number 5, Matthew Medeiros. Number 8, Anthony Aromatario. And number 10, Christian Zapiri, the captain for the York Lions, followed by number 11, Ryan Robinson. Number 13, Marco Sciortino. Number 15, Yigal Brook. Number 20, James Fidalgo. Number 25, Daniel Casa. And number 28, Matthew Fisher. And the starters for the Dalhousie Tigers coming into this tournament as the 3rd seed, it will be Sinclair Astridge to start in goal for the Tigers, followed by the captain, number 4, Jack Ellis, number 5, Cole Savage, who will patrol that backfield for the Tigers, number 6, Woody Bain, number 7, Kyle Rutledge, number 8, Elia Abu Al-Shamat, number 9, Benjamin Hashimoto, number 10, Mohammed Wadden, number 11, Mohammed Tolba, number 12, Benjamin Thompson, and number 18, Joseph Odume. So the starting 11 for these two squads in the first game of the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship here at Varsity Stadium. York won the coin toss, so they will start with the ball. So it's the York Lions up against the Dalhousie Tigers here in the first quarterfinal game at the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship. It will be number 15, Yigal Brook, who will do the honors and kick us off. And we're underway here at Varsity Stadium. Brook plays us back, and the York Lions will start in the backfield. Aromatario. And all the way back to Williams. Medeiros, number 5 on the near side. Out of Vaughan, Ontario, will play back to Michael Williams. And up along the far touchline. First foul of the game will be drawn by Fisher on that far flank. As Tolba perhaps a bit too overzealous on that challenge, and now York has numbers moving forward. And they'll curl back in the midfield and switch to the near side. Medeiros pressured hard and plays a long ball up through the midfield, and that's chopped down by Odume. Zapiri. And York again up the far flank. Looking to connect with the ball at the top of the zone. And a free kick drawn right at the top of the 18-yard box. What a start for the York Lions. Absolutely no possession to Dal through the first few moments of this game. 1:35 gone. And the York Lions will have a free kick in one of the most threatening positions. Just a bit off center to the left. And 5 yards from the 18-yard box. Lining up over the ball is Christian Zapiri. Had 8 goals and 2 assists throughout the regular season for the York Lions this year. Zapiri, oh! What a finish! Into the top corner, and York steps out to a 1-0 lead. What a start for the men in red. In only the third minute of play here at Toronto, in Toronto at the Varsity Stadium, it is Christian Zapiri who had a goal against McMaster in the OUA playoffs. Gets his first of the 2025 U Sports Championship campaign. And now Dalhousie has to play catch-up. Oh, and a ball right in to the face along the far side. Inadvertent, but it's a hit to the head, so the physio has to be called up onto the field. Thompson, I believe, on the far side. And that came off of the York player's foot. Really hot. Oh. And you see Thompson go down immediately. Obviously inadvertent by Robinson. But things going from bad to worse for the Dal Tigers in the early goings of this game. Down 1-0 already. And Ben Thompson, 11 games played throughout the season. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. And has had a long career with the Dal Tigers. He's being seriously examined over on the far side of the pitch. So the Dal Tigers out of the AUS. Their 14th AUS title that they claimed this season in stunning fashion, upsetting the reigning AUS champion St. FX X-Men on home turf as St. FX hosted the tournament. And then a thrilling 3-2 comeback against CBU, and Thompson will head off. And Dalhousie will play with 10 men for the moment. And a drop ball, and play will resume here at the Varsity Stadium. Fisher. Long ball up, looking into the middle. And the offside flag is raised. Sortino was looking to pounce on that ball. Playing from the back is Sinclair, the goaltender of choice for the Dal Tigers, one of the skippers on this squad. And now Dal up the near side flank. Here's Wadden. Top of the 18, he'll look for an option, plays that off the back foot of Medeiros. And the ball finds the midfield. Here's Savage on the far side. Savage, nice one-touch passing from Dal on the far side. But York will regain possession. And Michael Williams will start us back. Played for Utah Tech University in the NCAA. Did Michael Williams, and now York pressing up the near side. It's a couple of good slide tackles. And the ball out to touch. But Jack Ellis, one of the other skippers, and wearing the armband in this quarterfinal game. Now through the midfield, that's chopped forward. Alshalmat couldn't hold on to it. And now Brook will switch the field to the far side. Condello. Fisher. Oh, fancy footwork, and now York is through. Up on the far side, Fisher into the 18-yard box, chopped down by Savage. And York, the attack still on here. A strike towards goal! What a finish! It's 2-0 now for York. Off the boot of Ryan Robinson and into the back of the net. And things unraveling completely for the York Lions early in this quarterfinal. Ryan Robinson didn't even play in the OUA playoffs this season. Played 5 games in the regular season, had 1 assist, and now he's got a goal in the U Sports men's soccer quarterfinal. Join U Sports on CBC for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game as the 8 best women's university teams are in Hamilton this weekend for the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action from McMaster University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. And the York Lions looking like championship caliber right now, 2-0. They lead as the 6th seed over the 3rd seed Dalhousie Tigers. And a ball through the midfield now as the attack surges for the York Lions, chopped forward again. And a ball into the middle of the box is cut down. And Dow will come away with it, escaping that attack unscathed. And a nice sliding attempt by Romatario to keep the ball in the midfield. It will be Woody Bain to take the throw-in for Dalhousie in his 5th and final year with the Tigers out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, locally grown product. Dow up the far sideline, that's cut down and played back to Condello. Up through the middle of the pitch, headed on, and appeals for offside again from Dalhousie, and none will come. And now in the midfield, another injured player and another apparent hit to the head as Brook is holding his head right now. We'll take another look at what happened here to Yigal Brook, as the trainers once again have to come out onto the pitch. So 10 players on the pitch for the Tigers, and it looks like York will be going down to 10 as well, at least momentarily. The top 2 teams in Canadian football descend on Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the party on the prairies by visiting usports.ca. The 2025 Vanier Cup on November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. And Yigal Brook being helped off the pitch right now, so it looks like for the moment at least both teams will play down a man. And we're back underway after that rather lengthy delay, so I think we will have a good amount of stoppage time to complete the first half with, but we're far removed from that right now, only in the 13th minute, but 2 goals on the board for the York Lions. Odume. And up the near side. Here's Bain. Bain pressing forward, pressured here by Fisher, who's switched to the near side. And charging down the near sideline is Tolba. And that will head out to touch. And now Williams is down on the pitch. What's going on here? Holding his right hamstring. And Michael Williams will need the attention of the athletic trainers. It is a chilly day here in Toronto, 5 degrees right now at 11:21 a.m. Wind gusts of up to 33 kilometers an hour. But when it's that cold, things do tend to tighten up a little bit. Michael Williams, 9 games played for the York Lions this season. Only allowed 8 goals against. The record of 7 wins, no losses, and 2 draws on the season. A red card as well in Saturday's quarterfinal back on October the 18th against McMaster in their 3-2 win, but he was awarded a red card. So we'll get another substitution. Yeah. And another free kick won here by the York Lions in a similar position to their opening goal of the game, 5 yards back this time, but still in striking distance. A second look at what happened here as Fisher driving through, and Al Shamlat on Aromatario, and the call benefits the York Lions, and they'll have another chance here towards goal, and it will be Zapiri lining up. Zapiri right into the wall as it stood firm. And the ball's back out at half. Pressing forward is Medeiros. Ball up the near side. And Daniel Casa in the game now for the York Lions. Both teams back up to 11 men. Here's Bain for the Tigers. We'll reset with Ellis. Odume over to Savage as Dalhousie tries to work that ball up the pitch. And they're hounded in the midfield, and now a lot of room to work with for Fisher. Trying to sneak through was Ciortino. And now Dalhousie up the near side flank. Chopping it down neatly and keeping it in play is Tolba. Tolba, top of the 18, thought about firing it on. It will fall into the 18-yard box. A couple of chances here for Dow. As Wadden was felled in the 18-yard box. No call on the play, and they'll have to reset at center. the Vanier Cup. 2 top teams in Canadian football descend on Mosaic Stadium for Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the Party on the Prairies by visiting usportstickets.ca. The 2025 Vanier Cup, November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. And now through the middle, that's chopped down by the Tigers. Up along the near side is Tolba. Tolba, jockeyed as he tries to bring his way in. Fell just inside the line, and again, no call that will benefit Dalhousie. And that clearing attempt is chopped down. Now a chance through to the far side, and a shot towards the goal is just past the post as Ben Hashimoto let that go, and it zipped past. Up on the far side. The Lions in possession. Condello will receive it back. Williams. And now through the midfield. Some room to work with here for Scortino. Plays the near side for Fisher, who's moved from left to right in this game already. Fisher has some open space, and that pass is cut off very neatly at the top of the 18-yard box. Attack still on here for the Lions. And Dowell doing a good job of holding a firm line at the top of the box. And now one touch back. Aromatario plays the far wing. And will reset. The Lions firmly in control of this game. Only 20 minutes gone. And already up by a pair. Oh, and that's a heavy challenge by Odume. And another free kick. 10 yards away from the 18-yard box. And Odume is going to be shown a yellow card here, I believe. Might have gone to Ben Thompson, as he was the closest player to the official when the official was showing the yellow card. I'll have to check on that. Might have said something to the official. Nonetheless, it will be another free kick for Zapiri to take.
A yellow card has been issued to Dalhousie number 12, Ben Thompson.
So Ben Thompson, yes, is the one to receive the yellow card. And Zapiri lifted over top, trying to find the back post, and the man who committed the foul will clear the garbage away as Odume heads it back. York in possession and across to the top of the 18-yard box, flicked along, and it will fall down to Sinclair, who will scoop it up. And a whistle blown on the play nonetheless. And now through the midfield. Robinson will reset with Condello. Aromatario through the midfield. A nice pass to find Casa. Casa flicking that through. Might have a man on here. And right over top of the bar. Sent high by Cicillo. On the pitch as a substitute early in the first half. We'll take a look here. And that ball from Casa, a beautiful look through and just sent over top of the bar by Cicillo. And a chance here off the corner flag for Christian Zapiri. As Sinclair did get a touch, and they'll go short. And now the ball will come in. Sinclair comes out to claim it. Does not get good contact to it. And York will reset here. Flying up to block that. And now Bain off the throw-in. Tolba just keeps the ball in along the near side and leaps past Daniel Casa. Oh. And a bit of contact, but and some pushing and shoving in the 18-yard box as Casa comes in to step up for his goaltender. As Hashimoto made some contact.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
So Sinclair will get the free kick. Pardon me, Williams. And York in complete control of this game. Will be in no reason to rush whatsoever. But a long ball punted up the near side of the pitch. Chopped down in the midfield by El Shamlat. Bain, near side, gets past Fisher. And a ball just a bit too far for Tolba. But they're really looking to find Tolba up the near side, and we've seen glimpses in this game of what he's able to do, of his footwork and prowess with the soccer ball. Still a lot of time left. Zapiri, goal in the game already, plays the far flank. Hidalgo, and that's played through to the top, and that will skip to Sinclair. He'll elect to go short to Bain. Oh, and slipping through a challenge there is Tolba, and plays it off to Wadden on the near side, and Wadden is dispossessed by Zapiri coming all the way back to defend his goal, and now pushing up the near side. Here's Scortino. Scortino shrugs off the challenge of El Shamlat. Still going, plays into the middle of the pitch. York still in possession, but that pass through the midfield just a bit off the mark, and Dal will win a foul here and a free kick in the midfield. And the official being very stringent with the ball placement, but Dal gets us back underway. Joseph Odume. 6 games through the regular season, and now that ball up the far side. It'll be a throw-in on the far flank for the Tigers, and Joseph Odume will come up to take it, and just take a look at how much of a run-up he gets, because he has an absolute bullet of a throw-in. And he'll launch one into the 18-yard box here to the top of the 6, headed along. Still loose for Hashimoto, but a foul against Dalhousie called. And the attack will end there for the Tigers. Take another look at it here, but just caught the tail end of it. Here's Medeiros. And now Romatario up the near side as they look to connect with Sortino again. Sortino. A good challenge in the midfield, but Savage is on the ball here. A lot of room for Bain if Dal can switch the field. And now a long ball played to the top of the 18. Out to claim it is Williams. Zapiri. A nice ball through the middle. And now up on the far side of the pitch. Fidalgo cross to the top. Chopped away by Odume again. And the throw in on the far side of the pitch for York.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
And now through the middle of the pitch. Oh, a big challenge. And it will go the way of the Lions, and they take it quickly. And now up on the far side. The Lions pressing here. The attack still on. Odume goes down to a knee. And now across to the top. That's chopped away by Ellis. And Savage up on the far side trying. And Savage will take the throw. A long bomb himself through the midfield, and that is definitely going to be called. And a yellow card coming out here to Casa for that big collision in the midfield with Wadden. And Savage has a cannon of a throw himself, and as Wadden was looking for it, yeah, just going for the body and not the ball at all was Medeiros.
A yellow card has been assessed to the York Lions, number 25, Daniel Casa, in the 31st minute.
And taken quickly.
Card jaune au Lion de York.
And York now off that free kick, able to regain possession of the ball. And the Tigers. We'll see that chopped out to touch, and Savage will come in to take the throw again. And Savage again. Plays into the midfield, switches for Ellis on the near side. Ellis, and now Tolba. Through the middle. And Ellis switching the field again, but stepping up quickly to press is Robinson. Bain. Now Tolba. We'll see if he can get loose here on the near flank. Crossed in and nearly spilled by Williams. But nobody too close to him on that attack for Dalhousie. And Michael Williams will get us back underway slowly. Punted forward by Medeiros. And now in the midfield, trying to sneak away is Rutledge. Into the game, I believe, for Thompson. Just might not have caught that substitution as it happened a couple minutes ago. Casa. Through the midfield, Romatario. Goal side. And Dal forcing York to play back. So the York Lions, UUA runners-up this year, unable to get it done against the U of T Varsity Blues here at this stadium. A chance, though, to make it into the semifinal round, and they're looking good in this contest as they're pressing here again. Fisher, the ball for him, was chopped down by Odume. And now Dal up the far side. And just as quickly, possession regained by the Lions. Oh, that's a hot pass back, and pressing here is Tolba. And Dal might have a chance here in possession, but unable to hold on to the ball as Tolba keeps pressing. Fisher lays it off. Chop through the midfield. Al-Shamla. Over to Savage. And Odume. Ellis and Bain again. Dalhousie really trying to switch the field, given any chance they can, trying to spread out the York defenders and midfielders. And that cross to the top of the 6-yard box is picked off by Williams. Romatario. And back to Medeiros. Through the middle of the pitch and pressing forward again, but that pass from Romatario cut off by Odume and back to Sinclair. Through the midfield, hotly contested ball here will fall to Fisher if he can step over a challenge. And Shortino hits the deck. Wadden will be called on the foul, and York will take this kick quickly. Surging into the 18-yard box. Robinson has that knocked away from him. And now Romatario. As the Lions look to press again, and everybody back for Dal as they lift that into the 18-yard box, and out comes Sinclair again to claim it. And is going to have to be so aggressive in this game. Already 2 goals down. Any loose ball in the air into the 18-yard box, it's going to have to be Sinclair's, if Dal is going to have a chance to come back in this quarterfinal game. Wheels from Tolba here as he moves forward past Fisher. Tolba now Wadden. 18-yard box. Oh, and diving across the face of the 6-yard box is Michael Williams to claim that ball. Off that press, Williams will get the ball back and urge his troops forward. Fidalgo off the far side, and a long ball played up to Robinson on the far flank. And Odume, a very good challenge in the 18-yard box. Ball first, and he had to be ball first. Take a look at that last chance towards goal from Dalhousie. And just the great footwork from Tolba as Wadden was loose and got that beautiful cross through, and Williams claimed it well. And that press from the Lions will ricochet off a Dal player out to touch, and it will be a goal kick for Sinclair. Tolba pressured heavily by a couple of Lions. And now through the midfield, Tolba on it again. As Romatario couldn't get to it, Tolba through the midfield, and that's played right back to Williams. And it will be another foul called against Dalhousie. As Fidalgo was dropped in the box, defending the house. And the Lions, that long ball through from Medeiros is not very threatening, and it will be claimed by Sinclair. So the Dal Tigers played their semifinal against the St. FX X-Men on October the 24th, the reigning AUS champions, and took that game 2-1 in a thrilling 2-1 overtime victory. So there are no stranger to comeback victories, and that press for the Tigers there will be snuffed out by another foul called against the team in yellow and black. Medeiros has to be careful here, as he forced that ball through the midfield, was pressured heavily, and now Dalhousie back in possession. Sneaking through a couple of men was Rutledge. And Dal will get the ball back along the sideline. Savage looks to take the throw in quickly, but no option showing. Finally, Rutledge does come in. As we're now 40 minutes through this contest, a 2-0 lead for the York Lions over the Dal Tigers. Goals coming early in the first half, and now they'll look for more as they move it up the left side of the pitch. Romatario waiting for the ball in the midfield, has so much room. If they can get it to him. And now Medeiros. And now Romatario. And a long ball now. Played out from the back from Condello. Casa. And it's a loose ball in the midfield, but luckily for the Lions, Zapiri there to clean up the danger as well again. Robinson up the far sideline, and York now threatening. Into the 18-yard box, skipping past Savage. And now played up top. And that's headed down at the top of the 18. Zapiri on the ball again for the Lions. And York here, they'll be threatening, and they have, and Dalhousie has maybe had a couple of half chances, but York should feel no real need, especially at the end of the first half, to move all their pieces up the pitch. Getting out of the first half cleanly should be their goal. Ellis will play back to Sinclair. And Odume, a nice switch past a couple of Lions. And now Tolba has an overlap in Bain, and he finds him. Bain now. Left-footed ball to the back post, and up to claim it is Williams. Williams 1-1 in the OUA playoffs. Didn't play though against Carleton in the OUA semifinal because he was on a red card from the first game in the quarterfinal against McMaster, but now back between the goalposts for the Lions. Here's Fisher. Up the near side. We'll switch to the middle. Looking for Zapiri. Zapiri at the top of the 18, involved in a collision. Still on the ball. Zapiri chips it through. What a finish! Zapiri, his second of the match. And it's 3-0 for the Lions. And Zapiri just dogged pressure as he gets right back up after being challenged. I don't know if I wouldn't call that a foul. The referee certainly did. And what a cool, calm, and collected finish that was over the sprawling Sinclair. And the accounting major can count him up here in the first half. 2 goals. And now a minute separates us from the 45-minute mark, but we had a lot of stoppages, especially in the first 10 minutes or so of the game, so there should be a fair amount of stoppage time. Ellis. Now Bain. Odume, pressured by Cicillo. Here's Fidalgo. Off the throw-in. Plays that through, and now Dalhousie. A chance to press here. And the failing moments of the first half, and a ball to the back post, just chopped away from danger. A follow-up strike is blocked again by Robinson. Ellis
5 minutes of additional play.
on the ball here. We'll play 5 more minutes in this first half. And down 3-0, they're going to have to bring up Odume to send another long ball into the 18-yard box. Couple goals scored in the playoffs off of throw-ins from him, but that one results only in a goal kick for the York Lions. Medeiros feeling the need to rush. Not at all, and then is fouled by Hashimoto, who we haven't really seen much of in this first half. Ben Hashimoto out of Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, and yeah, just hands in the back, shoved down. Hashimoto 6 goals in the regular season this year. None in the playoffs, though. And Dal really needs him to get hot and fast. Here's Fisher. Off that loose pass is dispossessed by Woody Bain, but possession will remain with the Lions. Casa on a yellow card in this game. Savage steps up in the midfield and will win the ball back for Dalhousie. And now here's Tolba again on the near side. Dal trying a last-ditch press here. Tolba fires. That got blocked by Casa, getting the body in the lane. Now Robinson. Hassled by Savage. And Savage wins the throw. Back for the Tigers. Here's Bain. And Tolba again. up on the far side of the pitch. Dalhousie trying to surge into the 18-yard box here. And nothing called on that play. And a nice ball through the midfield. Up on the near side is Fisher. Fisher taken out from behind. And the foul will be called on El Shalmat. Just taking another look at that here. The ball through the legs of Bain, and then El Shalmat, just straight through the back of Fisher. Medeiros. As we're about 4 minutes through the 5 minutes of extra time added on to this first half. Oh, nice one-touch played there as York looks for some more magic to close out the first half. That was Robinson on the far side. And now here's Medeiros. Lifts that ball up to the far side, taken down nicely. Robinson is on it here, lifting it softly past his Fidalgo. Then York out of the corner flag. That ball does not stay in play, but it will be a throw-in for the Lions. And that'll do it for the first half. 3-0 for the York Lions over the Dalhousie Tigers. So after the break, it's the U Sports halftime report. Well, we'll spend some time with Christian Zapiri and Sinclair Astridge and recap the first half with stats and highlights. So the score at the end of the first half, 3-0 in favor of the York Lions over the Dalhousie Tigers in this first quarterfinal game. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe, no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Unbelievable! History has repeated itself!
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Thirsty? With 5 essential electrolytes and 0 sugar, BioSteel is the game changer you've been looking for. All of the good stuff with no extras and no gimmicks. Just clean, healthy hydration. Trusted by pro athletes since 2009. Steel sharpens steel.
You continue until the last contestant is standing and will face off against our very own True Blue. I don't know if you know, but he's an incredible soccer player. All right, here we go. First contestant, Sylvie from Fern Avenue. Get all you got, Sylvie. Let us see it.
So welcome back to U Sports on CBC. I'm Desmond Thomas. And what a first half that was if you are a fan of the York Lions. 3 goals in the first 45 minutes of play, all started in the 3rd minute off a beautiful free kick from Christian Zipiri. That was followed up just moments ago by Ryan Robinson, and then Christian Zipiri again in the 44th minute. And we'll take a look at Christian Zipiri here.
Here we go. We're going to move back a little bit. Sylvie, here we go.
My name is Christian Zipiri. I'm a third-year center midfielder, and I'm studying accounting.
It's like you've been playing all your life. All right, here we go, Richard. Let's see it.
I got started at soccer. I started playing house league. Played 2 years of house league, and when I was 5, I started playing rep soccer for Vaughan. And ever since then, it's been a great time for us. I would say I'm an aggressive box-to-box midfielder. I think to play at 6, 8, or number 10, depending on the scenario of the game. Someone I look up to is my dad. He's the one who originally got me into soccer. He's been with me every step of the way. He comes to watch all my games, and he's a big role model for me. My teammates have made me a better player because they push me in training every single day. They put in the work, they work hard, they push me to pass my limits. And in the games, they work hard, and I expect the most from them, leading them out on the field. Being a youth sports student athlete requires a lot of work. Off the field requires keeping up with your studies, putting in a lot of work towards your classes, and then balancing that with a hectic soccer schedule at times, 2 games a weekend. Can't be a lot, but it's important to stay focused. I would say more and more Canadians are going to Europe, and the pipeline is getting better, and we're slowly from the ground up growing as a community and growing as a country, and sending more and more players out to Europe and abroad and growing like that. And the young kids seeing those role models in other places makes them think, hey, I can do that too.
Oh, I'm just going to toss it in there. So nicely done. All right, here we go. Steve Trudeau, you got one more chance of this. Let's see who's going to come out on top. Give it up for Steve. Here we go. Go!
Le sport en direct sur ICTout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles. Des athlètes de grand talent. Des sports de haut niveau. Tout ça sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est simple et gratuit sur ICTout.tv.
Délaney, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine, parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Elle revient toujours. Impossible de t'en débarrasser. Nicotine. Si elle entre dans ta vie, elle ne te lâche plus. Même consommée occasionnellement, la nicotine peut provoquer une dépendance.
It's time now to spend 2 minutes with Sinclair Astridge, the goalkeeper for the Dalhousie Tigers. 3-0 here in the first half.
My name's Sinclair Astridge. I'm a third-year engineering student and the goalkeeper for the Dalhousie men's soccer team. Well, I got started in soccer 4 years old. My dad put me in it, and then I just gravitated towards the net. I loved it, and yeah, from there I just loved it. My style of play is I try and limit the amount of saves I actually have to make by just keeping organized. I got strong back line, so that helps a lot, and just talk to them the whole time. I would define success by just seeing the development of the team. I think the relationships you build, everybody gets better together, everybody's best friends on the team. It's going to team dinners, I love it. It's awesome. I look up to my parents. I think my mom was a basketball player, a good basketball player, so it's something you just see them do and you want to do it yourself. I think my teammates have helped me a lot, being a better player in person just by supporting me. I make a mistake and they're there saying next one, you know. You have a bad game, they're there telling you next one, you know. They're always helping you out, looking after you. My greatest accomplishment might be coming here, but I think more so the relationships I've had on this team. I mean, I have the most fun whether we're winning or losing, just playing with the guys every day, day in, day out, and this allows us to play longer this year, going to nationals. Being a U Sports athlete, it's tough. I mean, the student part, certainly difficult when you've got training every day and you're struggling, but it's the best. I mean, you have a built-in family, they're always supporting you. It's wonderful. Couldn't ask for anything better. I think it's growing in popularity in Canada just because it's a great sport. There's more and more opportunity for kids to play. I think easier to advance too. I mean, there's a CPL now connected to U Sports, and players can now see the pathway to higher levels now. There's a lot more visibility. I think we're looking forward to competing here at the U Sports Nationals because you're playing against the best. I mean, you're playing against teams who have a history of winning championships, and just excited to be here with the guys and compete against the best. You get to test yourself against the best of the best.
Thing here at Varsity Stadium in Toronto, Ontario, as the York Lions lead the Dalhousie Tigers by a score of 3-0.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
U Sports on CBC, presented by U Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Faraburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, et par and by BioSteel.
And welcome back to Varsity Stadium on the campus of the University of Toronto. We'll take a look at the championship seedings here as the Toronto Varsity Blues won the OUA and had the best regular season record of all the teams here. So they're ranked at top spot, the Montréal Carabins. The second seed, the Dalhousie Tigers, the AUS champions, 8-2-2 in the regular season. And the Mount Royal Cougars, the Canada West champions, are ranked at number 4. And then 5 through 8, Cape Breton, York, UBC, and UQTR Patriote, all ranked in a way to avoid similar matchups or inter-conference matchups through the first 2 rounds. So we'll take a look here at number 10 of the York University Lions, Christian Zapiri, the player of the first half, 2 goals. And we'll take a look at his first one here off of a free kick just 5 yards away from the 18-yard box and slotted perfectly into the top left-hand corner. Absolutely no chance for Sinclair to get to it. And then this dogged pressure by Zapiri to shrug off a challenge, get back up from the seat of his pants and chip it over top of Sinclair. And then the second goal of the game as well, that was from Ryan Robinson, a beautiful strike into the bottom right-hand corner as well to beat Astrids. And Christian Zapiri, definitely a player to watch and undoubtedly the player of the first half for the York University Lions as the two teams set to take the stage again in this second half. A lot of work is cut out here for the Dal Tigers. We will get you substitutions as soon as they become apparent, as the Tigers have not been down by 3 yet in the playoffs. They were down by 2 to CBU in the AUS final, came back and scored 3 goals, a hat trick from Mohamed Wadan. So we know they can put 3 up, but do they have 4 in the tank? As we're back underway here in the second half, the Dal Tigers and the York Lions in the first quarterfinal matchup of the U Sports men's soccer tournament. Odume will stay in the back as Dal sends all its troops up. Through the midfield, Bain plays a long ball up to the far side, looking for Tolba, and that's chopped away. Now through the midfield, York will regain possession in their back 4 and just loft it right back out. As it was in the first half, a game plan for the York Lions. We'll see what they come out with, but they should have no reason to try to take any undue risks. And that's a lovely ball up to the far side on it now. And a ball trying to be played through is chopped away, and that'll be a corner kick. So it will be a corner kick here for the York Lions. Jaden Bell Saunders, number 2, in the game for the York Lions. As that ball finds a York head in the 6-yard box, but the Tigers able to come away from that unscathed.
During the halftime substitution for the York Lions, number 2, Jaden Bell-Saunders, in for number 11, Ryan Robinson.
So Jaden Bell-Saunders out, in for Ryan Robinson. So the lone substitution. Apparent at the moment. And now here is Thompson back into the game for the Dal Tigers after taking that ball right up into the face in the first few moments of the first half. So great to see him back and out onto the pitch. And now Wadden moving forward, looking to find Hashimoto. And that will be a foul called on Jaden Bell-Saunders. So can't quite make out who the Dow player is that is down on the pitch at the moment. And the athletic therapist, once again for Dow, has to come out onto the pitch. So the starts of these halves in this quarterfinal have been rather rough. And I believe that's Kyle Rutledge. No, pardon me. It is El Shamlat. And it will be a free kick for the Dal Tigers at the 40-yard marker. As the Tigers will run their routes, and now that ball played in, looking for the back post, and down in the box is Aromatario. And so the attack snuffed out for the Tigers. The referee trying to lay down the law. Doesn't want to see any more rough stuff.
A yellow card has been assessed to number 18 for the Dalhousie Tigers, Joseph Odume, in the 47th minute. Card jaune tiré de Dalhousie, numéro 18, Joseph Odume, dans la 47e.
And the Lions back in possession as that was played through from Condello. And Rutledge in the midfield is given away. And up is Ciartino, but down at the 40-yard marker. It'll be a free kick for the Lions. We'll take another look at it here as Savage looks to play that through. Rutledge a good one touch, and then Wadden just too overzealous on that challenge. Now Ciartino was taken down, and now here's Bell-Saunders. Played up to the top of the 18. Ciartino through again, got a shot off. And that's up and over top of the bar. Looks like it might have taken a deflection, so it will be a corner kick for the York Lions. And it will be Ciartino to take it. As you have to think that it's Jaden Bell-Saunders that they're looking for to connect. A towering presence, 6'1" in his 5th year. As though is Medeiros. As that ball comes through, it's chopped away at the top. And now Dalhousie in transition. Tulba plays the far side. And chopping that down neatly in the midfield is Cicillo. Here's Rutledge for the Dal Tigers, over to Savage. Such a strong presence in the back line for the Dal Tigers is Cole Savage. But has been under the pump today. Taken down very neatly by Romatario. Now he'll look the other way. Bell Saunders down to the deck. Advantage played on by the referee. Here's a Romatario. A step here. The ball through to the 18-yard box and cleared from danger by Woody Bain. Bell Saunders back on it, is dispossessed. And Dalhousie can breathe a sigh of relief as they'll lump it up the far side of the pitch. Wadden tries to bring that down. Does win the throw. And takes it quickly back. And now Odume. Thompson has to come towards that ball, so loses yards. There was good pressure from Zapiri, or pardon me, Fidalgo. Join U Sports on CBC for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game as the 8 best women's university teams are in Hamilton this weekend for the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action from McMaster University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. Just a few minutes into the second half here. Dalhousie down by 3 goals to the OUA runners-up. On the far side, that cross attempt was blocked, and Odume will gather it back up. Cole Savage. On the near side, here's Thompson, chips that through. Here's Rutledge. Tries to drag it wide. Rutledge away from Medeiros. And Condello. And Fisher plays that ball through. That's a lovely weighted ball to Cicillo, and then Odume in good positioning as well, able to wrap his left leg around and knock the ball away from danger. And now Dalhousie threatening on the far side, but it'll be a tall task, literally, to get past Jaden Bell Saunders on that far flank. Sortino. Dispossessed as he was making a run up the far flank. Savage, head up. Finds the best option in Odume, and Dalhousie again. Constantly switching the field, trying to stretch the defenders from York. Now they have the ball in an attacking position here, and a ball through into the 6-yard box that is picked off by Michael Williams. Williams elects to go short. And here is Zapiri, the player of the first half, and if things stand as they are, will most probably be the player of the game as well. Odume, a long ball to the top of the 18-yard box, looking to find Wadden. And through the midfield, here's Al-Shamlat. Ellis and Odume will play catch again. Jack Ellis, the commerce student out of Liverpool in England. Through 12 games this year, at 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. And now Odume tries to slice that ball forward. It's knocked down by Condello. And now through. Here's Thompson on the near side, trying to find his way into the 18-yard box. Lays it off to Savage, and that does. Oh, I definitely thought that went off of Williams before it found the touchline, but must have gone out beforehand. We'll have another look at it here as Savage plays that through. And oh, that is close. And if you're Dalhousie right now, down 3-0, any chance and any call that doesn't go your way is a big call, even if it is for a corner kick. But in the AUS and U Sports in general, corners are so dangerous. CBC is your home for the Vanier Cup playoffs. Catch the 2025 UTEC and Mitchell Bulls next Saturday beginning at noon Eastern Time and the 60th Vanier Cup Championship game from Mosaic Stadium in Regina at 2 p.m. Eastern on November 22nd. Catch complete coverage of the Vanier Cup on CBC TV, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. Here's Fisher driving his way into the 18-yard box. That's headed away from danger. It'll play to the top of the 18. Here's Thompson. Savage elects to go long, but has nobody to play to. Condello will chop it back. And Odume will see that out to touch. So York joining U Sports in 1963, have 7 medals from the U Sports tournament, 5 gold. And this is the 10-year anniversary of their gold medal in 2015. As Jaden Bell Saunders is in, tries to play that ball to the back post. It was blocked. And now Dalhousie up the far side. Bell Saunders goes to turf. Can't slide and tackle. Has it back here though. And York presses. Now through the midfield, a 50-50 ball. And is gathered up by Tolba, played to the near side. Here's Thompson. Thompson a ball in, but just a bit too far in the path of Condello, who has the ball on his feet now. Good one-touch passing through traffic. Here's Fidalgo. And the Lions will regroup. Fisher gets away from Savage and plays the ball through, and just a bit too far in front of Ciartino. And Dalhousie will switch the field again. Ciartino in hot pursuit on the far side of the pitch. And the throw-in will go the way of the Tigers. Oh, and Dallas through here, and that attack will be snuffed out. And a yellow card comes out as Bain played that ball through, and Hashimoto a bit of hip and does extend the arm, so he's shown a yellow card too. The 2 top teams in Canadian football descend on Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the party on the prairies by visiting usportstickets.ca. The 2025 Vanier Cup on November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. Turning in the midfield. Here's Sicillo. Over to Fidalgo, and now Fisher. Sicillo again as York happy to play these one-touch games in the midfield as long as they're in the attacking half. And now Ciartino goes to turf, and no foul called on the play by the official. And stepping up on the far side is Casa. And Dalhousie wins the ball back here in the midfield. Tolba on the near side flank will run onto this ball. Tolba jockeyed, tries to take the inside route. James Fidalgo stays right with him. Still going though as Tolba keeps the ball in along the far touchline. Rutledge chops it down, top of the 18. And Aromatario down to the turf. Dalhousie's quick attack will be snuffed out. Now Jaden Bell Saunders back the other way, surging into the 18-yard box. Bell Saunders across the face, a goal! It's an own goal! It goes off Odume! And it's 4-0 now for the Lions. Oh, and it was an excellent run up the far side by Odume. Got past a couple of men, by Bell Saunders, and then Odume in the middle. Tries to do the right thing and slide, and Dalhousie, their own goal woes continue to follow them into this U Sports playoff. They scored an own goal in the final against CBU that went off Cole Savage. They were able to come back in that game, of course, the hat trick from Wadden, but now down 4. And Joseph Odume, who has had a very solid game considering the circumstances, that is an unfortunate way to have his name marked on the score sheet today. Dalhousie in the attacking third now. Can't get past that last line of defense of the York Lions, patrolled by Medeiros and Fidalgo, Condello and Casa. Ellis plays that ball through. And a big battle for the ball up on the far side. It looks like a rugby scrum. And it will go the way of the Lions. So for Dalhousie, an unfortunate way, to say the least, as another foul is called. This time it will benefit the Tigers, and we'll have a substitution soon for the York Lions. Luca Priolo will come in, and Marco Scortino will come out.
Dalhousie own goal in the 64th minute.
But for Dalhousie, they're down 4-0 here.
Number 17, Luca
Savage wins that ball away from Bell Saunders, who has it back now for the Lions. Through the midfield. Ellis. And the Tigers have 3 Nationals medals. Their only goal back in 1995. But this is their first U Sports Nationals appearance in the 21st century. They appeared in 1992, bronze 1995, gold in 1997, bronze again, but haven't been back in the tournament in the 21st century And a rather unfortunate way for their campaign to start. Still some time to at least get a goal to show for in this quarterfinal. That's a big challenge on the far sideline, but they'll come away with the ball here. Here's Wadden. But just as quickly, possession is regained by the York Lions. And all the way back to Sinclair. Sinclair, Astridge, or Astridge Sinclair, I should say, rather. And now York pressing here, top of the 18-yard box. Laid off, and a strike towards goal, and it's 5. James Fidalgo slots it past Sinclair Astridge. And York, if they weren't already, firmly in control of this game. York was second in the OUA in goals scored with 26, and that's Fidalgo. A beautiful strike. Only had 1 goal in his 4 games played this regular season. Nothing to show for in the OUA playoffs, but that is a goal scorer's goal right there. And Dalhousie now, as we're in the 70th minute of play, still 20 minutes left for them. We'll see what kind of resolve the Tigers have brought with them to Toronto. They knew it was going to be a tall task, as it always is in basically any sport in U Sports. A team from the East coming up against a team from Ontario. But today, it looks like the Lions are the king of the jungle. Dal does have a corner here, though. And it will be taken by Woody Bain. On his left, he'll curl this one in. Bain. Low to the back post, headed along, and a half chance here for Dalhousie. And it's crossed back across the face of goal, and up to claim it is Williams. As there was a bit of miscommunication at the back post, and Williams, though, cool-headed. As Romatario sort of gave up that cross, he couldn't stay goal side. But nothing came from that. Now in the midfield, Fisher. Dancing away from a couple of challenges. And Odume. Tolba. He's watched by the most recent goal scorer, Fidalgo. Savage. Ball stays in along the near sideline. And Savage called on the foul as Aromatario goes down. And we'll have a couple of substitutions coming up soon. So 2 players for Dal coming in and 3 for York. And we will get you those names and numbers as soon as possible. Alex Dollamount coming into the game for the Dal Tigers.
Substitutions for the Dalhousie Tigers, number 14.
As well as number 14, Mikhail Parker Christmas. 2 goals in the regular season through 9 games played for the Tigers.
Substitution pour les Tigres de Dalhousie. Numéro 19. Remplacé par numéro 9, Ben Hashimoto.
Back underway after that 5-piece substitution. And now Dalhousie pushing up the far side of the pitch.
Number 29, Cheyenne Sultanzada. In for number 25, Daniel Casa. Number 24, Michel Senko.
So number 29, Sultanzada, into the game for the York Lions.
And number 6.
As well as Carmine Riviere.
In for number 10, Christian Zapieri.
As Christian Zapieri heads off for the York Lions. Wonderful performance in this afternoon's game for his side. 2 goals in the first half. The first coming in the 3rd minute off of a free kick, which at least at the moment seems to be the difference maker.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
Dalhousie off the corner kick, goes short and along the deck. And that's chopped away. Theodore Tate. Also in the game for the Dal Tigers as Odume swings it to the far side. In the 75th minute here at Varsity Stadium, it's a 5-0 game for the York Lions over the Dalhousie Tigers. Tolba skips around 1 man and 2, but that pass over to the far wing will be cut down by Luca Priolo. Now through the midfield, Cicillo. And Odume shoved in his own penalty area by Bell Saunders. That will be a foul against Jaden Bell Saunders. Another look at that run from Cicillo, and then Bell Saunders, just pretty blatant. Nothing egregious. But at this point of the game, 5-0, the calls will be very tight. Ellis plays the far side. And now up into the 18-yard box. Dalhousie here in the attacking third. Fidalgo sweeps it away from danger, and now Cicillo through the midfield and now up on the far side. York threatening here. And that shot off the side of the net by Luca Priolo. It might have glanced off the fingertips of Sinclair Astridge. And yes, just a touch from Astridge. And now from the corner flag, it will be Priolo. He tries to go short and along the deck, looking for the overlapping Hendricks. Into the game for the York Lions as well, Jordan Hendricks, the 3rd-year engineering student out of Brampton, Ontario. Only 2 games played in this regular season. But a chance to step into this game with York firmly in control. Up the far side, Dalhousie. Still threatening here. That's a nice ball chopped to the baseline, but it does just roll out. Reese Weatherston also in the game for the Dal Tigers. In his first year out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, another homegrown product for the Dal Tigers. Played 10 games this season for his side.
Substitution for the York Lions. Number 16, Wally Burfield, in for number 8, Anthony Aramaterio.
Back to Williams. Under heavy pressure here from Newman. And Williams, and then a big shove in the 18-yard box by Lysenko. And this is exactly what I was talking about. The referee was trying to keep things under wraps at a 5-0 game, but things coming unraveled here as Williams looked to be clipped, and then a yellow card shown to Spittle. Next, Spittle only played 2 games through the regular season for the Tigers. And the athletic therapists back out onto the pitch to tend to Michael Williams, who had an issue with his right hamstring in the first half, and also in the first few minutes of the first half. That had a lot of stoppages. The reason that we had 5 minutes of added time at the end of the first 45. So just clipped on the way going through and maybe aggravating that same injury. As we're now just about 80 minutes away from the final minute here at Varsity Stadium.
Yellow cards have been assessed to the York Lions, number 24, Michel Lysenko. Dalhousie Tigers, number 14, Mikhail Parker Christmas, in the 80th minute.
2 cartes jaunes à numéro 24 de Lyon.
So Lysenko, a yellow card shown to him for the York Lions, and Mikhail Parker Christmas for the Dal Tigers. So hopefully nothing more comes from any of these little scrums in this quarterfinal game. Dal, of course, wanted to make their mark, and it would be unfortunate if the way to do that was through yellow cards. But for York as well, up 5-0. It's the time to stay composed. But York can sometimes be a hot team to play against. As their final against U of T had 10 cards, 8 yellow cards, 2 red cards. Aromatario had a yellow card in that game. Wright was sent off with a red card, so why he's not playing in this game. Morano, 2 yellows and a red, not in this game. And then the team as well received 2 yellow cards. Fisher, worked over by a couple of Tigers. Bell Saunders unable to keep the ball in along the touchline. And it will be another throw into Savage. Bain. Along the far sideline, Dalhousie. Up in the attacking third again. Played into the 18-yard box, and that'll skip to Williams. Michael Williams out of Kingston, Ontario, but his previous school was the Utah Tech University in the NCAA. Bain over to the far touchline, and Carmine Raviel will send that ball out to touch with just under 8 minutes to go in this quarterfinal match. Put in quickly by Woody Bain, and they'll switch the field for Savage. Watched by Bell Saunders. Some fancy footwork here from Isaac Gayer. But he's dispossessed, and Bell Saunders tries to take the inside route. Shoved away by Savage. Ellis. And Bell Saunders got in the way, really wanted that throw in. Rutledge. Through the midfield, Dalhousie in possession of the ball again, and that long ball will skip to Williams, and he'll take as much time as he can to pick it up and to get it back in play. Through the midfield, El Shamlat was taken down, but advantage was played, and perhaps not really to Dalhousie's benefit because they've given him the ball away here again. Through the midfield, they regather it. Parker Christmas over to the far side, and a ball played up the left sideline. And that's a good challenge from Soldanza, as he sent Theodore Tate down to the deck. It'll be a throw in here for the Tigers, and Odume will launch it in.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Five minutes to go here at Varsity Stadium. It is a 5-0 lead for the York University Lions over the Dalhousie Tigers. And they have the ball here in the midfield. Cicillo switches, plays to the far side. Bell Saunders looking for it, but the offside flag is raised, which will stifle out the attack. For the Lions, the OUA runners-up have won 7 OUA championships in their history since joining U Sports in 1963. Their last in 2018, though, as that's another offside, this time against the Lions. They won their first U Sports championship back in 1977, back when the York Lions were under the York Yeomen and York Yeowomen nicknames. Changed to Lions in 2003 and have won 5 gold medals since their initial one in 1977, the most recent in 2015. Soldenza, long throw into the top of the 18. Bell Saunders pressuring, and Dalhousie, some hot passes and some friendly fire, gives the ball away. Trying to move into the 18-yard box. And now out to center. In the midfield, that through ball looking for Parker Christmas was chopped down. Attack still on, though, here for Dalhousie. Parker Christmas might be through. Parker Christmas into the 18-yard box, and it's a penalty. A slow point from the official, from the referee to the penalty spot as Parker Christmas came through. We'll take a look at it here. A great through ball, and Mikhail Parker Christmas challenged by Lysenko. And it was a hesitant point from the official, but a point to the spot nonetheless. And Michael Williams has to come up big here if he wants to preserve the clean sheet. And a yellow card now is being shown to Michal Lysenko. So check that, Michal Lysenko actually shown a red card. And so he's off for York and will not be available for their next game. As now Parker Christmas steps up from the penalty spot and slots it home. So the Tigers get on the board late in the second half and spoil the shutout for Michael Williams. And Michal Lysenko will certainly be having to make some amends to Michael Williams, maybe a steak dinner, something like that. At least a sandwich from Subway. But that was cool as you like from Parker Christmas. 2 goals in the regular season.
Yellow card resulting in a red card has been assessed to York Lions number 24, Michal Lysenko, in the 88th minute. Carte rouge au Lion de York, numéro 24, Michal Lysenko, dans la quatrième minute.
Out to touch on the near side as we've entered the 90th minute of play here at Varsity Stadium.
Scored by number 14 for the Dalhousie Tigers.
It will be James Fidalgo to get us back underway.
Substitution for Dalhousie.
Medeiros will watch that out to touch.
In for number 7, Kyle Rutledge.
So Kyle Rutledge out of the game for Dalhousie. Alex Dollamount back into the game for the Tigers.
The fourth official has advised that a minimum of 1 minute will be added in.
And only 1 minute will be added on at the end of this match as we've hit the 90-minute mark. Not as many stoppages as there were in the first, as the ball is switched to Gayer on the near side. Watched closely by Bell Saunders. Swung into the 18-yard box, the top of the 6, chopped forward again, headed away. Attack still on here, Parker Christmas maybe looking for 2. And a chance here for Gayer, swings it. And that was just deflected in front of the net. And Bell Saunders clears the danger. It will be a corner kick, however. And up to take it again will be Woody Bain. So Dalhousie attempting to close the deficit to 3 goals. No time to get back into the game, but that ball to the back post will be claimed by Williams. Oh. And as that ball was punted forward by Williams, might have hit his own man, the final whistle blows and the game comes to an end. It will be a 5-1 victory for the York Lions over the Dalhousie Tigers. What a performance from the OUA runners-up this season. Scored 26 goals through the regular season. Good for second in their division and put up a 5 spot over the AUS champions. So the Dalhousie Tigers will now be relegated to the consolation bracket, and York will move on to the semifinal. So when we come back, we'll have the Nike Players of the Game and get you set for quarterfinal number 2. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Feel every hit hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC, and now it's time for the Nike Players of the Game. So for the York University Lions, it will be Christian Zapiri. Of course, the player of the first half as well. But Christian Zapiri, 2 goals in the first half, 2 goals in the game, and an all-around solid performance. You saw him coming back to defend on numerous occasions, and a fantastic all-around effort from Christian Zapiri. This afternoon, we'll take a look at some of his highlights from the match. His opening goal, just absolutely gorgeous, over the outstretched top hand of Sinclair Astridge. And then Robinson, that was an excellent strike as well to make it 2-0 for the York Lions. And Zapiri, there you see his second, saying, all right, settle down, as he chipped that over top of the goaltender, Sinclair Astridge. And the player of the game for the Dalhousie Tigers is Mohamed Tolba, who had an excellent effort for his squad as well, making so many runs up on the near side line, but just couldn't get it done today. So our next game comes away at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, when the number 7 UBC Thunderbirds will take on the number 2 seed Montreal Carabin at the U Sports Men's Soccer Championship. Following that, we'll have Cape Breton against Mount Royal University, and our final quarterfinal will be UQTR against the top seed University of Toronto Varsity Blues. So on behalf of myself, thank you for joining us. The final score, 5-1, as the York Lions defeat the Dalhousie Tigers. You've been watching U Sports on CBC.
U Sports on CBC, presented by Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Veriburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, a par and by BioSteel.